Hello, and welcome to our third episode of Okay, Karen.
Okay, Karen.
Let's just
With,
go ahead and
with
reintroduce ourselves
yes,
with
yes.
Angela and
With Angela and Betsy. I'm Betsy.
yeah,
A little rusty.
we
Last
are,
time
we are.
we forgot to say our names for,
Wh-
the whole episode.
It was about minute 20 out of
Yeah.
22 that we finally realized we didn't introduce ourselves. But I think we have a shout out.
We do have a shout out. So, our first episode we came on, we said we dropped a few subscribers and we were down to 99, but we got one. So this is a shout out to, I had to write it down, at Carol Joe Brown. Thank you for subscribing and
Thank you.
you are not only our new subscriber for season three so far, the first subscriber for season three, but you are also number 100.
Yay!
Thank
We
you.
don't have a prize for you though,
We
but
don't.
we
If
have a
we had,
huge thank you.
yes, if we had merch, we would send you some, but we
We
do
don't
not
have
have merch.
merch. No, we don't have merch.
It'd
We're
probably be
not
a waste of
there
money for
yet.
us to invest in. All right. So what are we talking
Okay,
about tonight, Angela?
tonight we're going to talk about movies, our recent movies that we have seen. And when we say recent, we mean in the last year, maybe year and a half,
The ones we could
maybe.
remember to talk about,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Either
a
in the theater
lot,
or streaming. We'll do like two
right. Yeah,
theater.
a lot of them. I have more in the streaming than I do in the theater, but I have a couple in the theater. And I think, how are you? Like, I'm actually more on Netflix than I am. It's so much easier to just watch it at home. But
I'm probably more on streaming, but
Mhm.
the thing is I forget the ones that like if I go to the theater, it's easier for me to recall those. Oh, I went
Right.
like because it's more of an event versus like I was just sitting on my couch and I watched this like whatever.
Or
Um,
or you started a movie streaming and then it took you like 3 or 4 days to finish it.
right. And
Yeah.
also, I watch a lot more TV shows than I do movies now.
Me too. Yeah.
It, I like movies still, but like I just end up watching more TV shows, which will be another episode, so we won't get into that.
Well, also I feel like a TV show, oh, let me just watch one episode, because it's either 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour. And then I end up watching like 3 or 4, which in
Right.
all honesty, I could have watched the movie, but in my mind.
Yes. Yeah. Your intention is to watch one and then,
Right.
but then you're like, oh, I can do another one. It's only 52 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's start with the one movie that we both watched together. Or we didn't watch together, but you watched this movie in the theater and I watched it in the theater, and it's Wicked.
Yes. I actually didn't watch it in the theater. We missed it. We didn't find a time to go. So
It's
we,
still playing in our theater here,
oh,
actually.
really? Well, they're trying to milk that for all it's worth, huh?
Yeah.
We just
Guess we're waiting for part
rented it.
two.
And I think my husband was glad that we rented it because I don't think that he liked it as I thought it was good. Also, I had no knowledge that you and I are the opposite, I think, about this. Like you probably knew all the publicity, you knew all the people in it, you knew all the drama and all this and that. And I was like, and had seen costumes. I went into it completely blind. I've never seen the musical on Broadway. I knew very
Oh.
little about the plot. I didn't even know that this was half of it.
Oh, and
Like
that's yeah,
when we
that's one of
started
the
it,
things. Yeah.
when we started it, I was like, it said something about like part one, and I was like,
Mm,
oh, did they do it like the old school movies where there's an intermission? Because you remember like the Ten
no,
Commandments
Gone with the Wind, and
on
yes,
TV when we were young, they would have an intermission, right?
right.
And they had that kind of planned in, and when it was the two VHS tape box, that was like the middle of it was the intermission. And my husband looks at me and he goes, "You don't know that they're putting this out in two parts?" And I was like, no. It's like,
So,
no, I
so
had
when
no
you
idea.
say,
And then I was annoyed. I was annoyed. I'm like, this could have been
oh,
a long
oh, I
movie.
was very annoyed because I
One was
I
very
saw
long.
this musical in New Orleans at the theater. I mean, at the Sanger,
Yeah.
and I went with my mom years ago, and the amount of time the movie was is the amount of time the
A
entire
full
Broadway
play.
play was.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah,
that was what annoyed Sean was one of the things is he's like, you take a song like say Defying Gravity and they
right.
put like movie elements in it and try to make it more cinematic and like the you were showing different like whatever with her flying around, different things like that in the middle of the music. And so that song was longer than it
A
needed to
lot
be
longer.
because they
Yes.
threw it out to make the visual stuff of the movie really cool. But then it made the whole, it like kind of, it was hard to keep going. You know what I mean? It lost momentum because of that.
So
So
when
your
you
take on,
say when you say you didn't know anything going into it, you didn't even know like Wicked was like the pre Wizard of Oz?
I did know that. I
Okay,
did
okay,
know that,
okay.
Glinda,
Like
I knew,
this is how you
yeah.
have the bad witch and the good witch. So I didn't like the movie because I thought we should it should not be two parts.
It
It
feels like
they
a money
drug
grab.
it,
It's a
yeah,
money grab.
way too much, drug it out. I think if they would have kind of done it more like Broadway, it would have been like bigger and people would have enjoyed it more, you
Sure,
know?
sure. Yeah.
So I did like the green versus the pink. That's all cool, but yeah, and honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna go see part two. I don't know if I have it in me to see part two because part one was a lot to sit through.
Well, and that's why I was glad I was at home,
Oh
honestly.
yeah.
You could just
Yeah.
rent the other one at home. It's not a movie I'm probably going to buy. But the thing about making it two parts and it being a money grab, I feel like that is done a lot.
Oh my
Like
gosh, yes.
Twilight. Did we need to have the fourth one of Twilight in two parts? Like, or whatever. Like, The Hobbit, there's so many where they just separate
They
it.
break it into, yeah.
I think we read The Hobbit when we were like in fifth grade. I don't think this movie needed to be a two-part. Like, come on.
Right, right.
So I feel like it is done often, so it doesn't surprise me that they did that, but it frustrated me that the first part was like 3 hours long. I'm like, if you're
Yeah.
gonna do it, then it should be like an hour and 45 minutes.
2 hours at the max. I
Yes,
agree with you.
for
Yes.
sure.
So we both agree Wicked, like if someone said, "Hey, do you would you recommend Wicked?" What would you say? Yes or no?
I'd say watch it at home. You know what I mean?
Okay. I
Like,
would say it's not worth your time. Watch the musical on like
oh,
the
okay.
Broadway. That's much better.
I thought the costumes were fun. I thought the actresses did a great job. Like, I thought that was all like fun. I don't think there's nothing in the movie that I'm like, they didn't do a great job with this. Like,
Right.
acting, the singing, like, all those things were good. I just think that it was too drawn out. So,
Yeah.
like, do I regret watching it? No. Will I probably watch the second one? Yeah, but I don't think I'll be like, I need to hire a babysitter and go to the theater to watch the second one. I'll just be like, well, I'll wait till it comes out. It's like when we used to have the dollar theater. And it'd be like, we'll wait till the half price theater gets it.
25 cents.
Is it worth my dollar? Dollar 25?
See,
Yes. Oh, then
and
it
not
has,
only did we go when it was 75 cents to go, but then we would go when it was half off. So even
yes, like
cheaper.
matinees and Tuesdays are even cheaper.
Right.
Yes. And we got
All
some.
right. So
Okay,
Wicked,
so Wicked.
and
Yes.
then I saw Gladiator 2, which was Denzel Washington is in it,
Yes.
and some other people that are really good, and I don't know their names, and I apologize for that.
They're not listening.
But
Maybe
they're
they're
not going to
fighting.
listen to the podcast, so I don't think they're going to get their feelings
No,
hurt.
it's more important that we call out our new subscriber,
Right.
Girl Joe Brown.
Um, and
The-
I enjoyed Gladiator too. Gladiator, though, is such an epic movie to me. It's just so good with Russell Crowe. Have you ever seen it? Have you
Okay,
never seen it?
I never watched it because you know how I
What?
am with like bad violence. Like then I have dreams about it. Like I'm not scared. I like
Is
enjoy
it
those movies.
bad violence? I'm thinking, is it bad violence? Like, yeah, it has some like scenes in it that you're like, ooh, like what happens to his family. But
I might be okay
but
with it now. When I was younger, like even in like my 20s, I would be, well, I
yeah.
mean, I'm 29 now, so my earlier 20s, it just would sit with me and I'd have those images in my head for a long time. So there's
So
some that I just kind of opted out of.
So
So
do this. Watch it with Sean and just have him like fast forward through some of those scenes and just let him tell you,
I hope
that'll
he's not
be
listening to this. He will not do that. Are you kidding me?
I would do
He
that for
is like
you.
he is a film purist with it
Yeah.
with fast forwarding or like, editing things. He's like,
But
this
if
is how it was intended and this is important. And that violence is part of the plot and part of what's
but if you're not going to watch it because of that violence,
that's
you
true.
can very easily just skip
So
it. And he could say, "Betsy, this is when they killed his whole family."
but I think there's more important ones than like I saw Braveheart, okay? And
Okay.
that one stuck with me for a long time, but also the story is so good. So it sticks with you
Yeah.
because of that, not just the visual.
And
I
I'm
know
going to be
I didn't
honest,
see
that's how
Saving Private
Gladiator is.
Ryan. That's how
Oh,
Gladiator was for you?
yeah, no, Gladiator is to me, it's similar to Braveheart. The storyline is
Okay.
just also it's just very, very good. It's good. So
Well,
wait, did
I
you
have a
say
list.
you've never
I
seen
said
Saving
I
Private
haven't seen
Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan, which is on my list because at the
Ooh,
time when it came out, everybody said it was really good, but it was violent, and I was like, I'm trying to kind of like not watch as much because it
so
sits with me too long.
it's D-Day, I'm not gonna be honest
Oh,
with
I
you.
know the story because
It
we've actually
Yeah,
talked about this on another
yeah,
podcast. If I can find which one when we talk about Saving Private Ryan, I will link it here, but I don't remember which one it
okay.
was.
Yeah,
But
me either.
anyway, yes, so
Okay.
let's
So
keep going.
Gladiator 2
Yes.
doesn't have Russell Crowe's character in it, obviously, because I'm not gonna spoil it for you because you haven't seen it, which is
You kind of
crazy.
just did, okay, Karen.
No, 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 no. I didn't tell you what
Okay.
happened to
Okay, go ahead.
Russell Crowe, but it has the little boy. He's a little boy in Gladiator 1. He's all grown up now.
Okay.
And it's kind of his story. And I am going to tell you, Denzel Washington plays not the nicest character, and he does a very good job as it. So,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, it was. I enjoyed Gladiator 2. Is it close to one? No,
Yeah.
but it was an entertaining movie. I went to the theater and liked it a lot.
Good. And we both like going to the theater normally,
Yeah, yeah.
unless it's Wicked and it's way too long. Okay, so
What did
Twisters.
you see? Oh, oh, did you see Twisters?
I did not.
Oh,
I
I
want to
did.
see it. I want to see it.
Okay,
John went
okay.
with one of his friends, and I was like, I like Twisters, but again, with me, it's always like, is it worth like $100 for babysitter?
Yes, it
You
is.
know what I mean?
Because
I'm like,
let me tell you
watch
why.
it at
Two
home.
words. Glenn Powell.
Oh
That's it.
boy.
That's it. That's it. He's
So
got this hat on.
it's a thumbs up
Oh
for
yeah. So
just
you
because.
saw the original Twisters with Helen
Yeah.
Hunt? Okay. She's not in it at all. Has nothing to do with her. But this is I really enjoyed Twisters. It was entertaining. And that's what you like to go to the movies. You don't like I like to be entertained, not a lot of like political stuff, and just like let me feel like I got my money's worth. And
Yeah.
Twisters, I really enjoyed it. Oh, and the
Good.
like soundtrack was pretty good. Yeah, it was
Okay.
good.
All right. Sounds
Yes,
good.
watch that. I
All right.
definitely recommend that. And
Um,
then what else? Oh, I saw, this is going to shock you and probably some of the audience, Venom. Now,
okay. I just
and
thought
it's
it would be too
called
creepy and the
so
creep.
it's called Venom the Last Dance. Have I seen any of the other dances? No.
Why did you go to this one then?
Because a friend of mine went, he was like, I'm going to go to the movies. And I was like, okay, I'll go see it. Do I have to see one or two? I don't even know how many there are. It might be three or four. I don't know. Tom Hardy's in it, though. That was a plus. And it was really good. It was funny. Like it. Have you
Yeah,
seen any Venoms?
no, I have not. I have not seen.
Okay, so the dude that like comes
Oh, I know
out,
who he is.
whatever
I
he
know who he
is,
is. Yeah, yeah.
he's really funny with Tom Hardy, how they
Yes,
interact
yeah.
toward each
And
other.
that's like the character. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but like this is why people like Deadpool, is because it's that sarcasm.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
yeah, I could see that.
yeah. So speaking of a movie that will shock you that I went to see, which is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
I
I
saw
did see
three
that.
Deadpools. No, I have not seen the other Deadpools. I think there's two, right? Is there only one other Deadpool?
So I saw the first Deadpool. I don't did not see the second, and I don't know if there's a third. I don't know. But I did see Deadpool and Wolverine. How did you like it?
I liked it. I think that probably the first one was like a lot more shock value, like
Mm-hmm.
introducing
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool, and it was like more violence, more bad jokes, more sex. Like it was just like boom, 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 boom. Like this is like a hero that is like a bad person, but he's the superhero, right?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what you're like supposed to get from it. And I think because he's already been introduced, there was not as much in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like he's still the same character, but it wasn't all like shock value. It was like just it was funny. It was fun. It was funny. I mean, I love, Wolverine as well. Like
Now, and
I love
I've never seen
I've
any
seen the other Wolverine
Wolverines.
movies. Yes.
I've never seen any of them. So I went into this movie and I was just like, I've seen one Deadpool.
Hey.
But I liked it and I was like, there wasn't any parts where I was completely lost. I think I did have like a question here or there, like who are
Sure.
they talking about? You know,
Well, and
and
then it flashed back to so many other Wolverines of the past. And so I think like you kind of know, but you probably don't get a lot of the references and jokes because you don't know those storylines of Wolverine, like his different
right.
costumes in different movies. Like when they did one of the Spider-Mans, which Spider-Man was it where it was like the three past Spider-Mans were all in it, and I was floored. That's something I just saw. I don't know how recent it was. The latest Spider-Man, the other ones, like Tobey Maguire and the other men that have played it before, all show up in it. And there's like three.
Oh,
And I was shocked. I had no idea this was coming because, of course, I
wait,
hadn't seen a trailer.
the actors like Toby
Yes.
Maguire and
Yeah.
oh,
So they're
interesting. I
all the
didn't.
three Spider-Mans talking to each other. And then that somebody would be like, Peter, and they'd be like, yeah. And they're like, wait, okay, we got it. Are you Peter? Are you Peter one? I'm gonna be Peter two. No, you're Peter. Like, so it was really funny because I just got excited to see those actors and the old Spider-Mans in the movie, right? I got
Right, right.
when it was, but the most recent Spider-Man I did go see, and I was really excited to see like them bring out that again. Maybe because I didn't read anything about it and didn't watch the trailer, it's actually more fun to just be like
Just
surprised.
go.
I was with the other like Wolverines. I didn't watch the trailer, so I wasn't like anticipating that. So I liked it. Um, I like Hugh Jackman. I the whole all the controversy with with
Ryan Reynolds and
and what nice pool is and is it Justin Bieber? I'm like, oh my gosh, there is
yeah,
so much with this movie, and I bet that they're glad that it already was out in the theater and they got tons of money from it because
right.
this bad press probably would have sank that movie. So anyway, but we both liked it.
And yeah, I would recommend it, even though, like I said, I have not seen any of the Wolverines or most of that Deadpool's. So
Yes.
it was still good, entertaining.
Yeah.
Um, and guess what movie I just watched recently? And
What?
it might still be at the theater. Flight Risk
Oh, did
with
you?
Mark Wahlberg. It
Yeah.
was, so this is what I really liked about the movie. It was only like an hour and a half. Perfect timing, like I didn't have to get up and go pee during the movie. It was great. It was entertaining. Would this happen in real life? No, because there was a lot of scenes that I was like, please, like, come on. But
But
it,
we're at the movies. I mean, it's the
yeah,
same thing with Twisters. Like, come on,
yeah,
that's probably not gonna happen.
yeah. So, but yeah, it was, I felt like, okay, that was, when you leave and you feel like disappointed, like, oh, I should have watched this at home. I was okay with watching it in the theater.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the new Captain America, and forgive me for not knowing the full title, but it's the one that just came out a few months ago.
Oh, wait, with
With the
Harrison Ford as
um, yes,
he's like the president or something.
yes. So
Okay.
I should have looked up the actor's name because I'm so bad with names. The guy that played Falcon is now Captain America. He took over
I don't
after.
even know what Falcon is.
Okay, well,
I
he took
know.
over after
Sorry,
Cap,
Sean.
I
Sorry,
believe.
Sean.
It's gone. And I thought it was good. I mean, it's a superhero movie, so it's fun. I am not like a comic book connoisseur, so I don't always know like the depths of the characters and all of the backstories. So sometimes little things that would annoy someone who is really into Marvel Universe would not bother me because I'm like,
Right.
they're like, oh, he didn't do that, or that was never part of his story. And I'm like, my husband and I'm like, oh, okay. Like I got popcorn and Diet Coke and I had a good time. Like, you know what I mean?
So,
Which is
so
what
did
superhero movies are for, in my
right.
opinion, you know?
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was
Did
good.
Sean like it? Who is very big Marvel?
Yes, he liked it.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure that we will have it and it'll be purchased and put on our shelf in our collection. Is it gonna be like one of his like top four or five Marvel movies? No. Like no, there's much better ones. But it's not like one, there's only been one, I think, that he was like, we're not even gonna bother buying that and
Which
putting
one
it.
was that?
I think it was maybe the Eternals. Have you heard of that one?
No,
We saw
no,
it
I
in the
don't have.
theater, and he always asks me first when we leave, like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And he was like, "Yeah, it was terrible." I was
Really?
like,
I don't even know if I've heard of that.
I think, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll move on because that was a while ago. If you're thinking about watching the Eternals, which you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, don't watch it. Watch the new Captain America. It said it was more fun.
Okay.
Okay, you got another one? How many?
No, those are all the ones I saw in the theater.
Oh,
So
well, I have
now
more.
you have how many?
I have a couple more. Ready? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll go
yeah,
quick.
let's hear them.
So, the War of the Raharim, which is an animated
Are
Lord of the Rings story, like side
you
story.
joking?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, I
The
do
only
think I've
reason
heard
I
of
did
this.
see this, it's
And
kind of
I,
like an anime look animated.
yes, because I thought, who in their right mind is going to go see this?
Sean and Betsy. Okay, now would I have gone to see this if I were not married
Oh
to
my
my
gosh.
no, but I knew he wanted to see it. And I was like, hey, do you want to go see it? And he was like, well, I do. But it was between that and Wicked. And he was like, let's just go see Wicked because I know that we were both going to like that better. You're going to like that better. But then the times were really bad. Like Wicked was like 3 hours. And
Yeah.
there was like a 5 o'clock showing or an 8 o'clock showing. And I'm like, I really don't want to be at the theater until after 11. It was like a regular, weekday night. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is like, and then 5 o'clock's hard because of like, again, getting a sitter. So then we looked and the times were better for the War of Raharim. I gotta,
Rock the Rim. So again, Wicked, a 3-hour movie, and you still couldn't get everything in one movie.
right,
Ah,
exactly. So
ah.
I did like it.
So
Again,
Raharim.
I
Okay.
am not a Lord of the Rings nerd fanatic. So there
Yeah.
would probably be things that I wouldn't pick up on or even notice. I just am in there for the story. There was a few parts that seemed a little slow, and I mean that may be I'm not used to watching anime. And so I think that also like sometimes when I'm watching animated things, they seem slower than real life things. Besides like there's great Disney movies that don't feel slow or like, they have great storyline, but I don't know. But it was good. If you're a Lord of the Rings person, you probably like it. So I saw that. Another one I saw because of my husband is Godzilla versus Kong. And
Wow.
we
I
went in.
didn't even know that was a movie.
It's a movie. I don't even want to know how much money they spent making this movie. It was
Was
fun.
it good? Was it
Well,
entertaining?
it was entertaining. It was definitely like a popcorn movie. Like, you're just gonna go in. I'm not crying. I'm not feeling a lot of emotion. I'm just watching a movie
No.
about Godzilla and King Kong.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Just go ahead and spoil it for me because I will never watch that movie. Who wins?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you
No.
know this, but in the Godzilla and Kong universe, they have to be kept separate in like separate like you place like one of them lives in like inner Earth and the
Mm.
other one lives somewhere on the outside of the Earth. And they can't ever be in the same place because what will happen? They will fight each other. It'll be mass destruction. It's like crazy. And so they're both kind of like at a peaceful place, but then there's an outside something that comes and then it causes all this havoc. And then they end up needing both of them essentially to work together and save.
Oh,
So I did spoil it, but I think that anybody that
you're
wants
fine.
to see it probably would have been okay knowing that
You're
much.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so they don't die.
So yes, okay. And then the last one I saw in the theater that I can remember anyway is My Old Ass. That's
Okay, I have to tell our audience when Betsy and I were talking about let's do movies, what have you seen? We're typing back and forth, and Betsy said, I saw Wicked, I saw Captain America, and My Old Ass. And I don't think you put a like a
capital.
comma or an and. So I was like, okay, I saw Wicked, I did not see Captain America. And are you saying are you
My ass
calling
is old.
yourself an old ass? And she came back with the trailer,
Yes. I
It's a
immediately knew I should
movie.
tell you, like this is a real movie.
Yes. And
And it
it
was in the
looked
theaters.
the
Oh, you did
the
you watch the trailer?
I did. It
Oh
looked
yeah.
like, okay, I might watch this at
So
home, obviously now.
yeah. And I thought it was funny. I mean, there's a severe lack of comedies, I think, that are just like cute
Hmm.
comedies. And also rom-coms. There's just not that many. There's
Oh,
more I think,
I
straight
know.
what comes in the theater. And I don't know if it's because they can't make enough money in the theater now. But this had Aubrey or Audrey Plaza, which she's a character from I know her from Parks and Rec, but she's done other things as well.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why I was like, oh, this could be fun because she's just a fun actress. Like she's very sarcastic. And I was like, she plays an older version of her younger self. And then she ends up like like smoking weed or something one night and like somehow sees like herself, like she's like delusional. And then the younger one, like the older one, takes the younger one's phone and puts her name in there as my old ass. And then they actually have this weird like thing where they can text to each other in their own like times. So she's like giving her younger self advice. But obviously there's a lot of humor because the older one is,
Right.
the younger and the older one are both like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
So it was cute. There was like deeper meaning. It's kind of a coming of age story for the one who's like 17 years old, and the older one kind of appreciating her life, and like looking back on when she was young and what she had. So yeah, I thought it was like very
It looked cute. It
funny, but it
did.
was like had heartfelt moments. So could be like a gem that you've never heard of. So my old ass. I did think that the
Check it
time.
out. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, you should check out
Yeah.
my old ass. I'm
So,
sure it's streaming somewhere by now.
you just made a good point though. You said you don't know, like they release it to streaming. I just saw that they're coming out with Happy Gilmore this summer. Happy Gilmore 2. Did you know that?
How many
They're,
year anniversary is that?
I don't know, but it's going straight to Netflix. It's
Yeah,
not going to the theater. And
well, like A
that kind of
Simple Favor
shocked me.
too. A Simple Favor was a big
Oh,
movie, and
yes.
another Simple Favor is going straight to Amazon Prime. I'm like,
Yes. It,
what?
and it is, I don't know if like Adam Sandler has made a lot of movies lately for Netflix, so I don't know if it's like all under a Netflix umbrella,
Yeah,
but it does surprise me because these are big movies that I think would be at the theater, but yeah, they're not. They're going straight to streaming,
yeah, yeah.
which are the theaters dying, you know?
I
I
mean, they
don't know.
could be. And we go to the theater Alamo Draft House. Shout out
Oh,
Alamo
that's
Draft House,
nice.
which
Yeah.
Angela loves when she's here visiting, which they are getting them in other states, by the way. But they have a little table and they serve food, so you just go there. It's like a restaurant. But I know that they're making their money from food and alcohol beverages and everything else, like in more than they are the movie, which is probably all theaters. What I do love though
Right.
is they have a bottomless bowl of popcorn for $7.
Oh, I did not know
And the
that.
soft drinks are like $5, but it's unlimited refills. So I'm like,
Hmm.
good, because normally popcorn
Right.
is $15.
Right, right.
I eat a lot of popcorn. For those of you who don't know me in real life.
Betsy loves like popcorn at any time, every night,
Yeah,
almost.
I love popcorn. Um,
Okay, so those are
all right, yeah, so
your
let's move on to
theaters.
streaming movies.
Okay, let's talk about Netflix
Yeah,
because
tell me.
that's on the thing I made. So both of us watched Anyone But You, which is
Did we
kind of
watch it together one
old-ish.
night? We used to have like movie nights where the two of us would watch
We
one together.
did. We
Text.
didn't watch this together though.
Okay.
But this is another Glenn Powell and
That's why you like it.
Sydney
Because
Sweeney. Oh,
everything else about the movie is crap. Just that the
it
guy is
really it really is like,
the jokes
and
are terrible, the writing is terrible, the acting is terrible,
but
and there's like one hot guy in it. So
but
Angela
listen,
liked it.
it's, I feel like though they're trying to bring the rom-com back. And that's what my heart and my soul sometimes just needs, a good rom-com. So thank you for at least trying to bring it back, you know?
Okay, but it just felt very high school. Like I felt like
Yeah.
look, if they made that and all of the characters were high schoolers, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Because they were
Hmm.
acting like high. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. Right.
They
No, no, no,
acted
no,
like
no,
high
no, no,
schoolers.
no. They did.
It was terrible. I was like,
But
okay. I mean,
yeah,
we
but
watch high school movies.
no.
We
But
do.
I
Like,
still
what's the
kind of
ones we
enjoyed
watched
it.
with To All the Boys I've
To All
Loved,
the Boys I Loved Before or something or
The
after
Kissing
or
Booth.
something.
We've watched a bunch of the high
And then
school.
the kissing booth one, yeah.
Tall Girl. Did you watch that one?
No.
I like that
I
one. It
didn't
was
see that one.
anyway, so we don't have a problem with high school movies. But I did not like Anyone But You. Angela says it's good. So you
I
guys
thought it
watch it.
was okay.
You tell us your opinion.
Yeah,
It's
let us
streaming
know.
somewhere. I don't know. I didn't look it up. Probably Netflix.
It's on Netflix, yeah. Now, have I seen it again? No. And there's some like rom-coms a lot. Sweet Home Alabama, Pretty Woman, The Proposal. I can watch those over and
Yes.
over.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have not watched Anyone But You again,
No.
besides the first one. And I probably won't, to be honest, unless someone's like, "Hey, I haven't seen it. I'll watch it." But the other one we watched not together, but we both seen is Your Place or Mine with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. Kutcher,
Yes.
Kutcher,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher. Yeah. What did you think?
I like that one. It was predictable. I mean, it was rom-com.
Obviously,
Like, well, obviously you know what's gonna happen with these two best friends.
it start at the beginning. You're like, okay, they're gonna end up together, and
Right.
then you just are like, how are they gonna end up together? You
Sure.
know?
But like it's a rom-com. Like we're not expecting like something mind-bending here, you know.
Right.
We know that there's how many different ways can you make it happen? It's a rom-com, you know.
Yeah.
And as we know, Angela will not like it if they don't end up together. They just need to end up together and then we'll so
If they didn't end up
it would
together,
not be a rom-com.
or
It would be a
at the
drama.
very end, if one of them died, I would. Oh my flipping gosh, I'd be so mad.
I was kind of mad at the end of my best friend's wedding. And
Oh
I
yeah,
liked that movie, but I was like surprised because I was like, I'm watching a rom-com here. What are you doing?
yeah.
Like, you
No,
know.
I feel you.
I mean,
Although I
I
did
was
like
also kind
Julia
of like,
Roberts' dress.
yeah, and it makes sense. I'm like, okay, it makes sense, you know. But anyway, so Your Place or Mine, I liked it. I think both Ashton and Reese did a great job acting. I thought the storyline was cute. Yeah, so I was like, it was a cute little rom-com.
Yeah, well, I
Good.
thought so too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also saw A Family Affair, which you did not see.
I did
So
not
this
see it.
is,
I saw the trailer though, so I know what it's
yeah.
about.
So it's Nicole Kidman, Zac Efron, and I think her name's Joey King. She's a girl from the Kissing
Yes.
Booth.
Yes, yes.
And this is big age gap. Like Joey King works for Zac Efron, who's in like the movies, and then her mom is Nicole Kidman, and he ends up dating Nicole Kidman or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Um,
But
it
he's
was.
like right in between their ages, right?
Oh no, he's I think. Well, no, he's closer to Joey King than he is Nicole Kidman. I think
Okay. So she's
because
supposed to be
in
like
real life
4 or
he's
something, right?
yeah, because in real life Zac Efron's younger than we are. You know, and
Oh,
Nicole Kidman's a lot older than us. So
well, in the movie, she's supposed to have like a 24-year-old. So assuming
yeah,
she's older than us by a little bit.
right, a lot. But it was not bad. It wasn't bad. It had some funny scenes in it, but again, would I watch it again? No, I've seen it
Okay.
once. That's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, what else you got?
So I watched, I was having a hard time remembering what movies I watched, but I did watch 3 of the movies based on Agatha Christie books. So Haunting in Venice, Death on the Nile, and Murder on the Orient Express. They are very similar. They're exactly what you suspect. It's like murder mystery. Um,
Wait, is the Murder on the Orient Express with like Gal Gadot? Is that the new one
uh,
that came out recently?
he is in one of them. Now I'm trying to think which one it is. She might be on the Death in the Nile one. She's in one of them though.
Oh, and how were they? Good,
They
good,
were
bad?
good. They were good. You know, they're a mystery, murder mystery. So you're trying
Yeah,
to figure out like who done it. You know, usually within like the
I do.
first 10 minutes of the movie that someone's dead or like 20 minutes like
Mhm.
oh someone died and then they're just developing all the different characters and how all of this happened and who had motive so it keeps you on your toes. It isn't like jump out and scare like getcha, so you would probably appreciate that.
No,
uh,
I like movies to figure out
yes,
like who did it,
so
and you,
they're all like Clue essentially.
yes,
I mean,
yes,
you know what I
yes.
mean, like you're trying to figure it out. So yeah, so they were all very similar, and yeah, I enjoyed them.
Oh,
We
good.
I watched him with Sean and we were just, you know, you're trying to figure it out as you go. What about this? Do you think it's her? Do you think,
Did
well,
you or Sean figure it out before?
uh, well, I don't think so. Like it's kind of like when we read books in book club, we're like always chatting the whole time and maybe we hit something on the mark, you know what I
Right.
mean? We're just throwing stuff at the wall, we'll see what sticks. But one of them, I remember it being like, it was kind of like in Clue, where it's like somebody did this because of this, and then somebody else did that. Like they
Oh,
involved. I won't tell you which one because I don't want to spoil it, but like that, I was like, nobody would have ever guessed that because it was like all of this happened. You know what I mean? Like all of
right.
them together did this whole thing. So, but yeah, but it was good. So,
Okay.
anyway, moving
I'll
right along. If you like
I'll
that,
tell you a movie that it made me think of what I saw on Netflix called The Menu. Now, it
I haven't
didn't
heard of
go
it.
straight to Netflix. I think it was at the theaters, and then I watched it though on Netflix.
Oh,
It's
I've
with
never even heard of it.
You haven't? It's with Ralph Fiennes and that girl Anya Taylor-Joy. Do you know who she is? She's in
No.
a lot of Netflix shows. I
Okay.
think she was in the Gamut on Netflix.
Okay.
I think that's the name of it. The chess movie.
Oh,
That's
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Don't watch this movie. It is
The Queen's Gambit.
yeah,
Sorry.
the Queen's Game, and that's it. Yeah, she's in that. So the movie is called The Menu. It was kind of short, which I did enjoy that part, like an hour and a half. So, um, but it was kind of disturbing. It was disturbing. I'm not gonna say kind of, and violent, but not like
Gruesome.
no. It was gruesome. That's the word.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I and when I was watching, I was like, this is not one of my movies. I don't even like this. Why am I watching this? But then you get into it, and I would stop and I'd be like, okay, I only have 40 more minutes. I can suck it up for 40 minutes. And the last 5 minutes is just the
Credits.
credits.
It
So
was that
really
bad that you had to like
35
make yourself
minutes.
watch it?
Well, I wanted to see how it ended, because
That's
I was
true.
already involved in it and in it. So, but yeah, don't watch it, Betsy. Don't, especially like you said, things get in your head.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not, it's yeah. So, don't watch that.
So here's the thing. So I'm going to go back since we're talking about things that you have to figure out and like whodunit stuff. And when I said those three Agatha Christie ones based on her novels, um, I, what's the way to say it? There are so many better ones. So I think they're okay. Like this was just kind of like Clue, but it seems
Better.
very flat, like almost like it's a stage production. And I don't know why. I'm not very good at like analyzing this, but when I think of one like Knives Out,
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah. I really
A
like
Simple
those.
Favor, or like Gone
So,
Girl. Those
w-
to me are way more intriguing and way more like I'm engrossed in that movie when I'm watching it.
right.
These three Agatha Christie ones, I wasn't that way. Like I was
Like
like,
you
"Oh,
could
I'm
pick
gonna
up
get up
your
and go to the
phone.
bathroom and come back."
Yeah.
Like I didn't really. So did I think they were okay? Yes. As far as whodunits and like murder mystery things, I think there are ones that are way better done.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Knives Out too. Both of them,
I
actually.
didn't see the second one, so don't tell me.
Oh,
I
okay.
know it's been years.
I felt the first one's better, but the second one's still entertaining. But still,
Okay.
yeah, watch
Okay.
it.
All right.
Going off the menu, watch that movie, and then like a couple days later, I watched this movie called Carry On with Jason Bateman. Have you seen that or seen the previews or anything on Netflix?
No.
And when I mean carry, it's like Carry on.
Yeah.
He and guess what? Jason Bateman is a bad guy in this movie.
Oh,
And he's a pretty good bad guy. It's
that's interesting because he's always the
so,
good guy.
yes, I know. And he's a great good guy. So here's the thing. This is a short movie too, like 90 minutes, so perfect. Thank you, Hollywood, for making some of these movies like that length of time.
Yeah, none of them I saw in the theater. No, that's not true. My old ass was probably like that.
But I enjoyed this movie. It was a kind of there was some parts where I was like, ugh. But then it was so what's the other guy's name? Targan Egerton? I probably totally messed his name up. But he played Elton John in that Rocket Man movie. And he's
Yeah.
played some other stuff. You would recognize him. He played kind of the like good guy slash hero. So, but it's they work at he works at TSA, and Jason Bateman is trying to get something through. So it was really kind of I enjoyed it. Now I think I told my mom to watch it, and she was like, "Why did you recommend that movie to me?" Especially if you're right, you're going to bed, because you kind of get your adrenaline going, and then
Yeah.
then you got to go to sleep. So, yeah, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ron. Did you watch one with Timothy Chalamet that was like a bio doc? What was that?
I forgot that. Yes, I went to the
Because I was like,
theaters. It
that
was
was recent that you saw it.
it
I couldn't see it
was
in
it
the
was
Oscar.
Bob Dylan's bio. Oh, good job, Betsy. You remember that, and I didn't even remember that.
I haven't
And
seen
here's
it.
the thing.
I
I
just
don't
know it
know
was up for
anything.
Oscars, so I was the first
Yeah,
time I heard of it. I didn't even know
I
what was.
don't know much at all about Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
Very, very little about Bob Dylan, except when he talks, he kind of talks like this, and he does what. So I enjoyed it though. I thought it was good. I actually, yeah, I thought it was. I learned some new stuff. I don't know how much I learned that was actually true or
right, right.
Hollywood making up, but yeah, I like that movie.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me.
Do you remember the name of it?
Once upon a home, something about home. Maybe the word once is in it.
I will
I don't,
will reference that later.
yeah,
I'll look
I
it up.
don't know.
What's the next one you have?
The last one I watched was Juror number 2 on Netflix. Have you heard of this one?
A Complete Unknown?
Yeah, that's it. A complete unknown. That's the Bob
Kind of
Dylan one,
rhymes with,
people.
what did you say, home?
I said something with the word home and once in it. Once a home.
What's
Mm.
a home? A Complete Unknown.
Hey, I was close.
Okay, what was the next one you said? Sorry.
Uh, Juror number 2. Have you seen or
No,
heard of it?
no,
I
neither.
don't know if this is on Netflix or if this is on Prime. I think this is Netflix.
Okay.
Because I don't do a lot of Prime. Because this is what I don't like about Prime. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go watch a movie. Let me go watch it on Prime. And search through it, and almost all movies are on Prime. But then it's like, oh, you have to rent, or oh, you have to buy, or oh, you have to pay.
Yeah.
And I'm
And then you
thinking,
find it and you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. And then you're like, ah, this is $17.
right. And I'm like, I already pay for Prime. Whereas if it's not on Netflix, it's not on Netflix. It's
Sure. Yeah.
because I pay for Netflix. So,
But I think
so
it's because the Prime has it's like iTunes. So it's
right,
everything that you can rent or buy that's from other, places that
right.
they allow you to rent it or buy it.
But
Um,
it still makes me mad.
Sure. I get mad when I search, like, say I look at like another simple favor, like streaming where, and I like Google it and it shows like four of them. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I click on Prime because I'm like, oh, I have Prime. And then I'm like, oh, that's a pay one. So I have to go back and be like, which one of these are free? Hulu's the
Right.
same. A lot of times it says it's available on Hulu and then you go and it's for a price. And I'm like,
You have to pay. Yeah.
sometimes you go and it's in my free subscription. I'm like, is this a user error? Am I not reading these prompts correctly from Google? Like, I feel like it should
Right.
say like for rent on Amazon.
Right. That's how I feel too.
Right.
Yeah. Like
I wouldn't
just give
wait.
it to me up front.
Right.
I'm a big girl. I can handle it. Instead of doing
Okay,
all that
get with
research.
it, Amazon and Hulu.
Yeah, get it
Get
together.
a man up here and do a better job. Okay, your customers are upset with you.
um so juror number 2 was kind of slow to me. I
Okay.
think I actually 100% fell asleep, woke back up, had to rewind it because I was like,
Okay.
what just
Yeah.
happened? And I watched it with my mom and I was like, what happened? She's like, you've been asleep for 20 minutes. That's what happened. So
I'm
sorry,
not
mom.
filling you in on half the movie here.
So I just rewound it. Um and it was okay. It was like I wouldn't even like if you have nothing else to watch
Just turn
and
the TV off. Call a
you're
friend.
wide awake, then you can watch it. But
There's got to be something else.
yeah,
Love is
it was.
blind.
And I thought
Um,
I like these movies, like you said, like who did it, or
yeah.
figuring out stuff. So I thought we would figure out stuff, but yeah, it was just slow to me.
I thought of one I forgot that I also saw in the theater that I forgot, and it was highly anticipated by
Ooh.
my children. Moana 2. I saw Moana 2 in the theater. Did you see it?
And how was it? No, I did not see it. How was it?
It was a big okay. Like a lot of
Really?
Disney movies, it's just not going to be as good as the first one,
Right.
And I'm like, the songs are okay. They're not as good as the first one. Will we like sing
Right.
along? Sure. My kids have already wanted to watch it a million times more on Disney Plus, but there was a big delay. There was like 6 months between when it came out on Disney Plus. So they were like re-excited about it. But I mean, it was
So
funny. It was
wait, was
cute.
Hey Hey in it? The chicken?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's my favorite character.
And
I
the
think
little
in
pig.
Moana. Well,
Little
no, I love Hey Hey, that character. I just like him.
then you can watch it. So anyway, Moana 2. But
Did
that's
you just see your husband?
I
If
saw.
no one else saw that, okay. I don't want people to think I'm
No,
crazy.
it's
Like
just
just
you.
like
It's just you. We're talking about movies.
Moana 2 is garbage.
oh, wait till he hears this podcast.
The kids were just watching it again today, and he's like,
Again.
"Why are they watching it? This
It's
is
a garbage
so
movie.
much. This is so much worse. The first one is way better." I'm like, "I know."
You probably mispronounced that
Shh.
anime movie, and then I mispronounced that anime movie, and then Sean's gonna be all upset.
I'm a disgrace to the family.
All right, that's all the movies I have that I've watched.
Okay,
Unless you can think of any other movies that I've seen, because
I
you came
can't.
up with one that I
I'm
completely forgot.
right that you told me you saw when we were talking about the Oscars.
But
So,
I do enjoy like biopics. Like
I do
I
too.
really liked the Queen one. I don't know how accurate that was, but
Do you mean The
Bohemian
Crown?
Rhapsody. No, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, the Queen. Oh, Queen.
Queen, yeah,
Wait, these
the
are different.
Queen.
I thought first you
Yeah.
were talking about Queen's Gambit, and then I thought you were talking about The Crown, and I'm like, wait, Queen's Gambit wasn't a document. Okay, I'm
And
confused.
I can be talking about
Queen,
all of them because I like
Bohemian Rhapsody, which I never
right.
saw. I wanted to see it,
Oh
but I
yeah.
didn't have anybody to see it with. It was in the theater, and then I forgot to see it later.
But
Um,
I like their music too. So I don't know
yeah,
if I don't know how accurate it is, how they came about it, but I enjoyed that. I like biopics. Elvis,
I
I
do
saw
too.
that.
I like biopics, and I like docu-series.
Yeah.
On different, things and true crime and different things that maybe I grew up with it, but I didn't really understand it at the time, like OJ Simpson and different things like that,
Oh
that I'm like,
yeah.
I didn't know all the details of the trial. I wasn't watching it on TV or reading about it in papers, because obviously we were just like
In
six
ninth grade.
months
Because I
old.
remember they
In
brought
6 months
us
old, we were very young.
I remember that when his when they came out with the verdict, we
Mhm.
were in recess or not recess, lunch, and they like said, "Hey, they're coming out with a verdict. Come watch this. This is something you need to know
Yeah,
where you were." Do you remember? And I was like, "Really?" But it was a
I don't
big,
remember that.
a huge thing in our country. So,
Well, in the
yeah,
Monica Lewinsky stuff with Clinton, there was so
right.
much more to that that I had no idea. Like I didn't,
Oh no, because
we
we were
never
so
talked
young.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like we didn't really understand any of that, but anyway, okay,
But we'll
so
talk about that on another episode.
yes, we will talk
Yeah.
about we could do a whole episode on like docuseries.
Oh, I
Just
think we should.
I think we should do that.
Not the next episode because we want to kind of stretch this out. Like,
We'll mix
throw
it up.
different things in.
We'll
Yeah,
mix
mix
it
it
up
up.
since people, some people are maybe TV and movie fans, and some people would rather hear about books
Oh, or cooking.
or
Have you been
cooking.
cooking? All right, let's wrap this up.
All right. Good night,
Okay.
everybody. Thanks for
Thanks.
watching. Comment
Yes, thanks.
below on what you think about any of these movies, or if you have tips for movies you think we should watch that we will like.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. And of course, any episode subjects that you would like us to cover, we are happy to talk about anything.
Yes, we are. We'll just talk. Y'all
All
let us
right.
know. All right, thank y'all. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.